Hello, I am testing out the Safe Lock magnetic cabinet locks by Roving Cove. I have two twin babies and they are absolute terrors. So it's long overdue that we baby proof. We have totally put this off. They are roaming around the house supervised and going into our cabinets, ripping stuff out, like causing a mess. So we just have to do something. Like, we really need to do something. We looked at different options. We didn't want those twisty tie things. We didn't want anything like on the outside, or those other ones where you open the door a little bit and like you jam your finger in and then like your baby comes and like smashes your finger in there to open it. So we wanted to look at the magnetic locking ones, which are really nice because from the outside of your cabinet you don't see anything. You just have this key and it's a magnet, and you put it up against the door, the cabinet door, and it magically releases the lock. So basically, like, magnet opposing forces, like, moves the lock, opens it, and then you could open the door. So what's really nice about these is it has this ring key right here. It's a little loose fitting, but you put on the ring key and you could open up the door with one hand. So you could have the key in one hand. You kind of put your hand up there and you grasp the knob or whatever you use to open the cabinet door, and you don't have to use two hands. So a lot of other designs, what they do is they have it's not a ring, but it's just like a magnet, like a key thing, and you put it up. But with that design, they say you have to use two hands. So you use one hand to unlatch it with the magnet, and then the other hand to pull the knob of the cabinet. So we really like that. We also really like the enable and disable feature. So you kind of see here, and I'll show it later. So there's like a little switch here, and you could enable and disable the magnet lock. So what that means is that, let's say you buy this for the grandparents. You're like the nicest kids, and you have your grandkids, and you want to, like, hey grandparents, can you watch the kids, all the time? So like, you buy them this, so he baby proofs their house too. And what this does is, like, they don't want their cabinets locked all the time, right? Because they're not, like, they're not good with keys either. They lose them and all that stuff. So so you get them this, and they disable it. So most of the time when the babies aren't there, that it's disabled. They just open and close their cabinets as usual, okay? And then when the babies come, you enable it. Boom. So then they have to use the key to open it, and the babies can't get in the cabinets over there. I also like it because, let's say I'm cooking a lot and the babies are sleeping and I go in this one drawer a lot. I just disable it so I could open and close it. My spice rack, I open and close it. Pull out the pepper, pull out the salt, pull out the olive oil, like whatever I want. Don't have to keep on using the ring key. Okay. Also good is it has 3M tape, so you don't want cheap tape, because my kids are strong. I mean, they're like really strong. They could like knock over anything. So you don't want the kids pulling on the door and ripping off the latch, or the lock, ripping the tape off. And this tape is really cool because what they did is they put like two tapes on it. So you have a starter tape. So you can position it and literally stick it exactly where you want, on the cabinet, on the door, on the top, and then like trace it with a pencil. You don't really run the cabinet. You just trace little marks with the pencil. You get everything in position, and then you take it off, and then you peel it for like the real deal, the real tape, like the 3M tape, not like the cheap tape. And you stick it on in the exact position, and boom, it's like there. It works, so you don't have like a lot of trial and error with the real tape, all that stuff. So it's great stuff. And another reason I really liked is the aesthetic. I mean, I know it's a baby lock, but it had kind of a nice aesthetic to it. It looked like the Apple of baby locks, But in all seriousness, it had a nice aesthetic, which to me says they put some thought behind the design. So I'm also guessing that the functionality works really well too. So like, to me, a lot of times they go hand in hand. So I thought I'd give it a try. What else can I say? Also comes with screws, which is another feature I liked. So if the tape isn't enough and you want to screw it into a latch, screw the latch into the door, and the lock into the door, the latch into the side of the cabinet, whatever you want to do. If you don't want to use the tape, you can use the screws. So some of the other brands, they had just screws, which I didn't really want, or just tape, which, you know, was fine, but I wanted the option with the screws too. So they have holes already in the locks for where the screws go, and it comes with the screws, which is really cool. This is designed in the US, in New York, it looks like. Designed in New York, USA, made in China, patents pending, has customer care right on the box, which is nice. I do plan on calling them later because I do have some questions about some things. So without further hesitation, let's go open it up. And before that, here's just another view. Brown color for the box. I mean, I don't know, you know, so let's open it up. The box though is nice. This comes with, while I'm opening, I'll tell you a little about it. This comes with 8 locks. So it was a little on the price, 8 locks, 2 keys. For magnetic locks in general, I think are a little pricier than other solutions. And this was probably on the higher end of the magnetic locks, but you know, with the aesthetic, with like the design and the features, the screws, everything, the ring keys, I thought it wasn't bad. So, you know, maybe I'm paying a little more, but I'm kind of a sucker for a nice design, like I said. So I'm opening it up. Look at that. Has really not just a bag, you know, with pieces just thrown everywhere. This looks like, you know, I'm getting my money's worth. Really high-end baby locking system. Look at that. So your A-locks are in here, your screws, and then the ring keys. So let's just quickly take this out. Here's one of your ring keys, okay? And here's your lock. I could do this all day. Oh, so this is with it disabled. See, don't need the ring key because the latch is there. And then, boom, I enable it. Look, that latch comes up. Bing, 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 bing. I could do this all day. Okay, but I won't bore you. So I am just going to disable it again. Put it back in here. Pretty powerful. Ooh, resistance. Okay, so pretty powerful. And it also comes with really nice instructions. Look at that. I did peek at these before. Really well numbered, well drawn out, step by step. Really important. So it shows you exactly how to install. Now I am going to do an installation myself. I'm going to record it and provide my feedback. So check out my other video later. Thanks a lot.